Magandang gabi. Ako si Bea.
At ako si Jackson at ito na naman ang Gabi ng Bayot.
So nagbabalik na naman kami para maghatid ng hot na issue. Partner, ano nga ba yun?
So ang chika natin for tonight ay tungkol sa isang biogeochemical cycle, ang carbon cycle. So ayan, i-explore ng ating mga guests kung ano at kung paano nga ba tayo naapektuhan ng cycle na ito. Ready ka na, Bobby?
Naman, ready. Ready na rin kaya ang ating mga kabayot? So tonight, sinasamahan tayo muli ng mga nagagandahang binibini all the way from UPB, si Miss Marie at si Miss Portia. Hello!
Magandang gabi.
Welcome po. So to start right away, ano ba yung mahiwagang carbon cycle na yan?
Yan, para mas madali natin maintindihan kung ano ang carbon cycle, let's start with answering the question of what is carbon. Carbon is an abundant chemical element. It exists in pure forms, nearly pure forms, or molecules. Kaya naman, most carbon is stored in rocks and sediments, while the rest could be found in the ocean, living organisms, and atmosphere. We could start visualizing the cycle with the carbons in Earth. When an organism dies or volcanoes erupt at iba pang natural disaster, marirelease yung carbon natin sa atmosphere at pwede nang dumiretso sa process of photosynthesis at makokontinue na ulit yung cycle. Or pwede rin i-absorb ng oceans yung carbon from atmosphere. Kaya naman, oceans are also called giant carbon sinks. Carbons could then be stored for long periods in the ocean depths. At magko-continue ulit yung process dahil sa mga marine organisms. Example natin yung marsh plants to fish, from seaweeds to birds, and etc. Noteworthy, hindi rin nagbabago yung amount ng carbon natin kahit na mag-continue yung cycle.
Okay, so yung carbon cycle ba ay may kinalaman sa climate change?
Siyempre naman, given na yung carbon cycle natin actually balances out the amount of carbon that enters into the Earth's atmosphere, binabalance din nito yung global temperature natin. However, due to human activities such as fossil fuel burning, transportation, industrialization, pati na rin yung excessive cutting of trees, yung carbon dioxide emissions natin sobrang tumaas to the point na tumaas na rin yung temperature ng Earth natin. And according then kay Blard and Paris, human activity delivers carbon dioxide into the atmosphere 70 times greater than all volcanoes on Earth combined. And yung uncontrolled warming of the Earth natin, yun continuously threatens the environment, yung buhay natin yung mga tao, yung animals, tsaka yung mga future generations ahead.
Grabe yun, ang lala. So with that, ano naman kaya ang effect ng carbon cycle when impacted by climate change sa ating biodiversity and food security?
And ayon kay Klein, climate change as exacerbated by heightened carbon emissions among others can gravely affect agricultural productivity, masalan sa mga developing countries. Hindi na rin bago sa atin na kapag nag-increase ang temperature, it has a negative impact sa ability of crops to get and use water. Itong mga nangyayaring pagbabago sa agricultural production patterns will cause agriculture-based livelihoods to suffer. Pati yung pag-access sa food, magiging problema din yon. Also sa ating natural systems. Maaaring mag-increase yung intensity ng mga natural disasters such as cyclones and forest fires, rainfall, again ay magiging dahilan para malagay sa stress ang ating mga vegetative species. Mahihirapan din ang mga hayop at halaman to adapt sa mga pagbabago ng ating climate. And lastly, yung landforms. Maaaring dahil din sa climate change ay mawala yung mga nutrients na meron sila.
Okay, so kung may epekto to sa biodiversity at sa food security natin, may epekto rin kaya to sa human health at sa water quality?
Siyempre naman, yun nga, higher levels of carbon dioxide may lead to inflammation, decreased higher level cognitive abilities, bone demineralization, kidney calcification, oxidative stress, and endothelial dysfunction. And yun nga, given na land and ocean ecosystems natin actually act as natural climate mitigators kasi inaabsorb nito yung half ng carbon emissions natin. However, given na sobrang init na ng oceans natin, onti na lang yung carbon dioxide na na-absorb nila. And as carbon dioxide diffuses into the ocean, nagkakaroon ng carbonic acid which increases yung acidity ng water natin. And in fact, since 1750, Yung pH level ng ocean natin decreased by 0.1, so that's a 30% change in acidity. So low pH level in the waters also encourage the proliferation of heavy metals, and as acidity increases, nagiging toxic din yung ocean natin, which leads to the deterioration of our marine organisms.
Okay, so ang lala, no? So bilang mga scholar ng bayan, ano yung magagawa natin to alleviate these problems?
Now, before I talk about what us students can do, let's refer to Bennington. So, according to Bennington, mitigating climate change can be best done if we were to examine climate change under the context of the carbon cycle. And as students, what we can do is to establish drives, movements, organizations that aim to inform, instigate awareness, and take action on this issue. So, pwede rito yung mga cleanup drives, yung mga informative seminars. And of course, it is expected then from this organization to have the capacity and the influence to confront larger corporations that have detrimental effects on our environment.
Ayan, isang gabi na naman ng chikahan but with substance ang natapos natin tonight.
Ayan, salamat muli sa ating mga guests at pati na rin sa ating mga taga-subaybay. Ako po muli si Bea, ang the one, the only, Reyna ng Kabayutan.
At ako naman si Drexel, ang kanyang loyal na partner.
At ito ang Gabi ng Bayot. Bye guys!